beer is called Zeus IPA, and it's from the Zeus Brewing Company. And I believe that our Zeus would appreciate that that was the girl that popped up in rotation with this. Weighs in at 6.9%, and it is a New England style IPA, and it says that it's loaded with juicy citrus, has a smooth body, and is highly thirst quenching. And of course I got this one from Neipa, so it resides from his neck of the woods out of New York. And it contains alcohol. It better. So welcome to Friday. Thanks everybody that joined us last night. I think it was the 12 people. YouTube is just like dead. I remember when it actually used to be fun. Wow, this kind of looks like bad grapefruit juice. I'm going with unfiltered. What do you think? Comment below. I'm just kidding. Don't do it. Don't do it. So today I made a couple trips, 3 actually. Started bringing down guns that were either A on duty or B in my carry rotation. Now, are some of these carried a lot? No, but I do like to carry them now and then, different style holsters. And yeah, so the goal is, I guess I'm going to be, clearing the counter off tomorrow. And I think I'm just going to start with 9mm pistols. And actually, if anybody has it, I mean, it's still not too late. I mean, there's no law that says I have to start tomorrow, because one of the things, my New Year's resolution, I said I was going to stop procrastinating as much. I'll start that tomorrow. Yeah, I'm wondering if they're in free is the word here, because I do not want to have to pay for it. It's shocking. If there's an app out there that would be a free app, what I would basically, I want something that I would like. Say if you were to go gun index 001, what is that? Well, 001 on the thing shows that it is a G23, and I want to be able to put the information on the gun, the serial number, and I really want an app that allows me somehow to put a picture in with it, as opposed to, otherwise what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go in and find every single picture. New me, new channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to go in and literally find, okay, here's the serial number and the information for the G23 Gen 4, and then take the picture and change the name over to coincide with. It'd just be nice if I could find some kind of a, inventory app, or if anybody knows of one, let me know. I have not officially done a search for it yet, but since I'm talking about it here, and talk about it probably on Locked and Loaded tonight, hold your shit. Joey Cuz is going to be on Locked and Loaded with us tonight. Still waiting on confirmation from the horny one. It's probably doing that whole work thing, or picking up a gun. Speaking of picking up, I had bid on a shit bunch of knives. They all look pretty cool, and of course, it's an auction. If I could have purchased these knives at a reasonable cost, where I didn't think I was doing a John Solar and paying 400 and whatever the hell he bid on a knife when we had an auction to raise money for Justin's final mission. And at one point in time, John was so ripped that he was actually outbidding himself. It was a very interesting night. I hope the video still exists. But of all the knives that I bid on, I only ended up getting 2 because I told myself, I have not done the research, but Frost Cutlery, the Hedgehog, seems like it's a Bud K knife that would be about, I don't know, $10 at best. So I will not go more than, I think I ended up at $13 for this guy. It comes with just a nylon sheath, nothing special, but it does carry in the position that I prefer. Overall, for the knife, I thought it looked kind of cool. I mean, it's definitely not any worse than some of the knives I've received in some of those boxy things. It is, of course, made in China. I know nothing about Frost Cutlery. It could be a little bit fatter, but overall I really like the little ramp here to when you're stabbing Matt in his neck, make him shut up for 5 seconds. Overall it's not a bad knife. And again, like I said, I don't know anything about Frost Cutlery, and I don't even remember. I don't remember if these were the same or not. But this was 2 of them together. Oh, they're from Pakistan. That makes them awesome. We'll start with the one that I was least given a shit about. This one also says stainless, but I do like the laminate grips on it. Kind of looks like, like some 70s stuff going down on there. It's a fairly beefy, feels good in the hand. I don't really, the gut hook, I mean, I guess that's a plus for a little mat containment. None of them looks like they've ever been used or anything like that. I don't know if I guess that would have to go through the but yeah, I thought it had kind of a cool look to it. Green on one side and blue and green on the other. And the sheath for this is just a highest quality cheap ass leather that you could find. Oh yeah, I am fully aware I have not even taken a sip of my beer yet. And this one, actually the leather sheath on this one is a little bit nicer, but I thought this was kind of a cool design. I don't know. I kind of thought of Lily when I saw this guy, and I realized a knife isn't going to cheer her up from losing her absolutely favorite little buddy. But a little wraparound like that. So again, trying not to get into the old auction stupidity where you look the knife up and find out that it's worth about $5, and you're now a 20 into it. Okay, let's since again, this is not a brewer review channel. This is a dumbass in his basement talking about whatever the hell he wants, and I prefer it to be about guns and knives. And so far we've knocked those out of the park before we even got to the beer. Definitely grapefruit forward smell to it. I am typically not a fan of the usually the New England style. But cheers. I would say it's thirst quenching because it's not really over the top on aggressiveness. Most of the New Englands, by this point, I'm going, maybe that's the kind of shit that Stephen Bush was going to like, because, you know, it curdles your butthole. Even though it isn't an IPA, I can see this sort of getting added to the kind of, if I was out mowing the lawn, there's a good chance I might actually grab one of these over a few other things in the fridge, because it has a decent flavor to it. It's not over the top on punching you. Now I'm kind of wondering what their double IPA is. Zeus. Oh, I got packaging. I tell you what, let me read a comp. Seems like another edible. On the morning ritual, we have Rich Huff saying, "Cheers, clubbers, if I'm not too late." Miles says, "I think we both are. Cheers, Rich, and cheers, clubbers." First in is Clyde, shocking. Then Clyde says, "Whiskey and Revolution." Clyde. And then Mr. 27 says, "Third," actually being second. Multi-Gunman says, "To be naked," or third to comment. Hector says, "Actually, you're fourth," laugh out loud. Actually, he's second, laugh out loud. Mr. 27 says, "Boom." Now yesterday, I said this was the last time you were going to see the Justin Final Mission gun. That was true. I did not lie. Because this is no longer the Justin Final Mission gun. This rifle now belongs to Salty Shellback. So big congratulations to Salty. At this very moment, I do not believe he's even in the country. But a big congratulations, Salty. Now, you know, I'll just hang on to that and thoroughly vet it for a few years, and then we can come to terms on you coming to get it. That was possible. I have to. It's a sad thing, and I'm actually not being facetious. Salty used to maintain a cabin. It used to be his mother-in-law's, and then when they lost her, it became his. And it's about, I don't know, 40 minutes south of me in Wisconsin. A nice little place. Been down there quite a few times over the years, and they just decided that it was getting too hard to be able to take care of it. I mean, what an opportunity missed, Salty, for being able to use it as a little getaway location over the summer. I would have been more than willing to go down, every now and then just to make sure it's okay, but definitely go down and stay there over the summer. Didn't even think about that until this very moment in time, when I was selfishly thinking how great it was that at least once a year he would be up here, because we would be the closest local hardware stores for anything that he was fixing up or changing while he was down there. But damn it, Salty. But I suppose being able to walk away with the money and not have to deal with it was probably an option that you would have preferred, and I'm pretty sure you sold it during what would be called a seller's market. That ding is right. Okay, so this is in for Micro is the first name, Micro, Mr. Micro, and the last name is Penis. micro penis. You know, why don't we try out one of the new knives, huh? Why don't we see how that gut hook works? I'm going with not so good. I mean, I've never actually used a gut hook before. Okay, let's just you know, switch to the blade part and see how that goes. Ooh, cashews. These are a dangerous thing in this house. This is what Christine considers as a treat to herself. She gets cashews for herself, and she gets pistachios for me. Because she won't have anything to do with the boiled nuts. She won't touch the boiled nuts. I love cashews, but if I were to start stealing cashews out of her cashew container. Nutrition facts. Certified kosher. Doesn't really have a name to give credit to. DeMarctune, all one word. Salem, Oregon. I don't know what goes through someone's brain and they go, I should send that dumbass Eric some really good cashews. By the way, whoever sent the gigantic bag of sunflower nuts, Christine was giddy. And they were also either low salt or no salt, which is also exactly what Christine likes. So, that was well played. I need to not eat these. And seeing how she goes on and on about how I constantly get really cool shit. Those are really good. And they're large. I love to have large nuts in my mouth. Those are tasty. Gunwald says, yo, bitches! Hector says, I sub to pre-dawn death, by the way. That's good to know. Miles, before I suffer through this video, is it a good thing there were 4 of these? Well, Miles, it was such a good thing that there was 4 of those that there's now 2 of those. Because I enjoyed another one of those beers. Well, we were doing the live feed, picking a winner. And congratulations, box number 1, box A, went to J-Dog. And box number 2 went to someone who I have no idea. They could have just been somebody that put their name, put money in for the fundraiser. Long story short, I have no way of getting a hold of anybody, so if they didn't see the video and claim the prize, I will maybe just bring the items back down here, seeing how Christine stole them from me in the first place. Funny thing is, J-Dog won, and I believe there's at least 3 items in there that I offered him, and he said, quote unquote, I already have so much shit. By the way, Joey Cuz, I think that would be more badass than the one that you want. The one that you want, I'll give you this. Anybody that wants a motorcycle, the closer you live to me, the happier that is, because it would be cool to have of a bunch of us that had bikes. Now, please do not take this wrong, but me personally, the only people that I know that have a motorcycle is Miles and my friend Tim McDougall. And I don't know. Me and Miles and his wife, we did. That was my last ride so far, and that was pretty good. We were gone almost I don't know, 3.5 hours or so. Everything was going fine until I decided to, Sherry was snapping off a little bit about how the motor in her bike was bigger. Let's put some shit into perspective. Hold my beer and watch this, my dear. Yeah, she was not impressed. I really don't care. I mean, it's not Miles. I mean, as you know, it's not exactly that my life isn't all about. Personally, I always kind of get that look from her that everything that Miles does wrong, somehow it's Eric's fault. I do not force Miles to come down here and drink beer, okay? I just want to go on record as saying that. As a matter of fact, there's hundreds of dollars worth of beer that Miles purchased, and he said, if you need something to review, by all means, just save me one if it's good. So I give it a 10, and then I tell Miles, that stuff was shit. As a matter of fact, here's the last one. I'm just getting rid of this for you. My brother, I am doing you a favor by drinking this shitty beer that I gave a 10. I try to save the ones that I know that he'd really like. Surprisingly, Miles, I think you might actually like that eggnog beer. Just, you cannot look at it and it looks like something. It looks like a hot mess. Okay. I never thought I would say this, but I guess I'm happy to say this. Trying to figure out the best way to inventory all these and put these all into some kind of a... I can only imagine what Jim goes through, because I'm pretty sure that anything that I have, Jim's collection is probably, 6, 7, maybe even 10 times more? I mean, if I pulled all of the pistols out and laid... Well, I don't have room on the counter. I do know that, and I can't do that anyway. I need to like set up like a temporary table, or bring our shooting table in, or it might even be down here. That would be nice. Somehow I've done this one, and I need to empty the safe out, and all the hidden spots, and all the on-duty guns, and all of the other locations, and just fill up the laundry tub. It's just a pile, and just reach in and grab one at a time, and then figure out, how many I can get back in the safe. I think I'm gonna have to the little safe, which up to this moment in time has just been revolvers. I think that might have to change. The only revolver that is not in the little safe is the Smith & Wesson 610, and it's just because sometimes I just like to come down here and grab it and bring it upstairs. I don't know. Maybe I'll make that my carry gun tomorrow. Hey, how do you people in Illinois feel that all of a sudden that little thing that we have that's called the Constitution, and there's that second one in there? You know, the second one, not the 6th, 7th, or 8th or anything like that, but the second one that our founding fathers put in there. Now if you're in Illinois, basically all of this, everything you see here, is no longer legal to be sold. God damn, that's a gas. I know I'm speaking to the choir right now when I say that's exactly why we have the Constitution. The first thing that should have happened is the governor's head should have turned to red mist. You're not upholding the Constitution of the United States of America. You are not upholding the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms was given to us exactly for the reason of some Yahoo cuntweasel trying to say moving forward it's now illegal. War on, baby. War on. Again. For somehow, if you actually speak the truth these days, you just somehow go on some government list and you become an enemy of the state. Well, amen. I wear that as a badge of honor. If you can't uphold the Constitution of the United States of America, which the Second Amendment is one of those, then I believe you, at a bare minimum, should not have a job. If you're going to be like some high and mighty douchebag like, say, Trudeau in Canada and just grant yourself supreme powers, then I wish to find out exactly what the ballistics of a Shy-Tech look like at 2 miles. If you can't hold up if you put your hand on the Bible and swore to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America, and now you do stuff like that, then I believe you should be alleviated of your job with extreme prejudice. Amen. Goodbye. Next round. If there was less sheep and more people with this viewpoint, there wouldn't be people like that all of a sudden telling everybody in Illinois that you can now no longer own, well, you can own it. Sorry. Let me restart. He said that if you already own it, you can keep it. But I'm telling you right now, if you're someone that likes to go out and pick one of these up or add to your collection, sorry. But you can't, because I've now made this illegal. And that illegal. The two most, well, in the case of a Glock, it's the number one in sales. Oh, let me guess. Plus one, because you are a duty gun. Oh, Buffalo. But the sheep will continue to allow it to happen because people like me, and hopefully you're extremist. You're in the minority, right? We're not in the majority. God, I just #red mist. Mike says, cheers. Love to have the intro girl picture. I'll try to remember that. Mike. Intro girl picture for Mike. Intro girl picture for Mike. Mike! Duluth AR chubby grip feels good, but haven't had the time to try it out on my 308 AR build. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Multi-Gunman skipped over his comment. It almost looked like it was a sub-comment. He says 357 Magnums, 12 gauges, and whiskey. That's all. Sorry, I do not have the 357 Magnums out at this moment in time. I think there's 2? 3. No, that's a 38. Yeah, I think there's only 2 357 Magnums in the collection. That flush mounting the cylinder. Was it the 42? I'm drawing a blank. That one, and of course the beautiful 686 Combat. Sub-comment on Multi-Gunman from Mr. 27 says, no nakedness? And then Salty says, that goes without saying. And then Multi-Gunman says, Mr. 27, nakedness comes later. Poco says, top, who cares? The party don't start until I'm here anyway. Could be true. Redneck says, greetings, Captain. Greetings, Redneck. Jolson, we the people demand more cowbell. Tradicia says 1776 times. If you're good with 1 or 2, Wild Elf from Trogs. Jeremy, we were with you at Super One when the old man harassed you about the shirt. Damn right. Missed that. Missed those days. Not being harassed, but when you guys are up here. Redneck says, Macho body! Macho body! Macho body! Redneck says, never seen that beer around here either. And TN Disport says, which one? Dark Matter is an exclusive to Nashville and seasonal. I think he might have been. I think he actually might have been talking about the Dark Matter, because I think he's. I think he somehow has had Drecker. Rich Huff says, "Cheers all." Cheers, Rich. Redneck again. How dare you touch a picture of a hot girl without written permission? Oh no, she gave me permission. I mean, if she's willing to be photographed with her little camo toe and some nipplage, then so be whatever happens to those there pictures. Redneck, aren't all flu variants a strain of COVID? Probably. Just sounds more menacing when you say it's COVID. The COVID kid. Okay. Let's just pretend this didn't happen. I bet you when those go under the water, the pool overflows. Jolson, wait. You review brew? Every now and then, Jolson. I know. Whoa. Poco. Drinky Poo reminds me of the Trailer Park Boys. A drinky poo, two drinky poo. Then, well, put the car on booze control and let the booze do the driving. Redneck says, "Night, Captain." Night, Redneck. Got a little drinky poo. Looks like two drinky poo. Okay. I mean, in case you're wondering, over the course of the last year, what has Eric had either A, on duty in the house, or in his carry rotation? Well, I guess I should start by... No, I can just look at it and tell you. Well, for the fun of it, why don't we start over here with the dagger? I really like the daggers. It has a nice sight profile. I don't remember if these ones are night sights or not. They are. These ones are. Oh, excuse me. These ones are night sights. I guess I should remember which gun glows back at me when it lays on the side of the bed. I like that look with the chamfered the barrel on it. Now, holster has been a little bit more of an issue. It has been more of a in-the-house gun, but I thoroughly trust it. This has been to the range multiple times, and it runs just as flawless as a Glock. And I like the little area so you can rip the mag out. A little bit of a flare there at the end. And if you look at the prices of these, shit. A flat dark earth, kind of eyeballing one. There was flat dark earth with some lightning cuts and a threaded barrel, and you're with a shitload of mags and a case like the Midway one that the C19 the Sig's home, and that whole thing was like $5 something. This is a lot of frickin' gun for the money. That's all I have to say. It has a this trigger has even improved in the few rounds. I mean, when you think of the big scheme of things, there's maybe been 200 or so rounds through this guy, and I can tell you that trigger has cleaned up even in that amount of time. I do like the little extras, but it's a little fatter. It doesn't round off as much, so it doesn't really work all that well in a normal holster. Like, it works. I mean, it works, but it's kind of like it's hanging up. In this case, it's hanging up where Pete didn't plan on it hanging up. And if it is, I don't really want it to do. Well, I can tell you right now, it's taken some of the holster off right there on the top of its big old slab. On the other hand, it did work for Scott, the holster that Scott made for a G17, and I've used it with the G22, just kind of trying it. But Scott didn't. Scott had a little bit more wiggle room, and it actually works very nicely with this holster. But this the dagger has been more of an on duty gun, and I have not actually carried that one. You know, what can I say? The The G19 is just damn it, Neipa. The G19 has been somewhere in the rotation. That one has night sights. I've tried carrying it, and Pete's outside the waistband. I have a harder time getting used to that, but I still do have that, and I've got that the talon grips on there, and the talon slide makes it very aggressive. Makes it a lot easier to rack that. There's a couple of G22s that are both in the on duty. The RTF rough textured frame. This gun has had a considerable amount of carry time, even though it's more rare than this one. And this one I have not carried. This one has the night sights on it. This one is been in an on-duty location in the house, and you can see the difference. I got the little notch in here so you can tear the mag out of there a little easy. In the RTF, I've got some aftermarket stuff in here. As a matter of fact, this is a recalled trigger because the safety may not work properly. In other words, the trigger may always work if it's squeezed. Good God. So, yeah. And then, of course, it has a they seem kind of goofy, but they work overall. But so this one gets carried, and this one, it just kind of hangs around, if you get what I'm saying. And that's why I have the inside the waist. I have the inside of the waistband for that guy. This I do not have a holster for. I wish I did. This one was a candidate to possibly put optics on it and then carry it as a carry gun. And it's been like more than 101% reliable, but the last time we had it out, it turned out to act like it had the happy switch on it. And it was possible, if you were real careful about where you stopped while squeezing the trigger, it would just help you lessen the weight inside of this thing right here. Since then, I replaced the connector on it, and it has not gone to the proving grounds. I know it shoots. It may just shoot too much, but I'm pretty sure it was an aftermarket connector that was in it, and I put an actual full-on Glockian one back in here, and it still has a very nice. Of course, the Serpico. Phew. If you don't trust me at all, at least take my advice. Thank you, Stephen Bush. Serpico triggers. The best. Simply the best. So this guy has been in a on a backup location until it gets to go back out, and we verify that it works. Got night sights on it. Love the color, love the look, love the grip. And this one doesn't exist in Illinois. It's invisible. I want to say no, but I guess I'd have to look at what I have. Okay. On my rotation that I have been using at work, of these three, the one with the most hours is the Taurus. The G2C. I really like this, and if someone actually came to me and said, it's a Taurus, I'm like, oh, get over it. It goes bang when you squeeze the trigger. It feels good in your hand. It actually has adjustable sights. Different, see here. I really do like this. I really do. Right. Lately, I've been carrying the 4043 that Jim gave me, the Smith & Wesson 4043 single action. Mainly because I was actually kind of worrying about really tearing this thing up, and I realized that's silly. I mean, carry what you feel comfortable with, because you may have to defend your life with it. And I like carrying this more than the Smith & Wesson because it weighs less and has more rounds. I don't know. I might go back to carrying this next week. So that's why there's a pile of things here that are never down here. They're never in the safe. They're always in an undisclosed location, Smile Money. And because the other one was the SAR. I got into the SAR a lot more than the PX9. One of the PX9s was sold, and Matt has been using the other one as a backup, of course, with the conditions that if I say bring it back now, but he really likes that. Maybe Matt, you should buy that. I don't know. I like it though because it's kind of like a Springfield XD knockoff. It's not XD, yeah, the XD closest to the XD. It's definitely an awesome gun, and what you get in the kit, if you're like, unless you're in Illinois, because now you can't buy it anymore because it's illegal. But I like the SAR because it's to me it is an HK with a Glock slide on it. Even though they're not night sights, the sights are awesome on this. Triggers on it, it's cool. If you get into having a safety, it has one. I don't bother. Holds a bunch of rounds. I think this is the one that you can use with the HK, or was that the other one? I think HK with this one, and I don't know. Certain things, especially when it comes to doing this inventory, I have to work out. But have a holster with the cant that I like, and it's like carrying a G17, I guess, as far as weight goes, which is about its biggest holdback. Actually, with this one, you'd have 18 rounds on you. And then the one that it would probably be a gun that I would consider one of my highest recommendations for a carry gun, unless you it looks like it too. Unless definitely it needs a little. I can see it gets used. The HK VP9 is just a gun that feels like it was made for my hand. It was like we heated up the frame, and then you grabbed it and went there. Now this is your gun. Little cool little things like these little wings to help with cacking it. I've never inquired. It almost looks like if you took the sight off, you could probably take those off if you didn't like them. But I love having them there. It's just a super gun. Like the front serrations, aggressive gun sees a lot of carry. I guess the color is already coming off of the my jammy gun. I have carried it outside of the house, but as full disclosure goes, the Hellcat is mainly the gun that I wear when I want the least possible printing, and also when I'm wearing my jammies. And of course, most of the time you see those, but I'm not wearing them now. But I do like shooting this. It's one of the only guns that it's the only gun that I carry that has optics on it, and I think it's a very nice gun. I'm not sure I completely agree with the trade. I traded Christine, the Performance Center, Smith & Wesson, for it, and the 9mm, and that was just hands down a badass gun. Incredible gun. Unbelievable, but she didn't like shooting this, and she is a tack driver with the other one, so like, there you go. Where are we? Those two of Ed's guns don't get put away. I do carry this on weekends, and it basically for the longest time spent most of its time as the nighttime gun, because it's, you know, all set to go. Flashlight, laser combo, and then Pete made me the holster for it. I have to make sure to mark some of the things very well, like with the paint or an engraver or whatever. But the FN with this light on it, the holsters look an awful lot alike, and I don't know why that would be. And then of course Ed's 1911. I think having this in the safe is just simply wrong. Oh yeah, I recently shot it and cleaned it. That's pretty much the lineup of this trip. There's a few more things, but the goal is to try to get some kind of a inventory thing started tomorrow, maybe. Poco, the whole raffle thing started out as you raffling off stuff to profit when you started using it to help friends in need. Maybe we should keep the fundraising in the family. Well, that is true. That stuff wasn't associated with Justin's final mission, so I would not associate any of the after stuff. But no, it was. I was very forthright. Unfortunately, no organization seemed to want to support you, and now they're trying to shut you down from being able to talk about it, raising the money, where the money goes, blah blah blah. But case in point, it was a brainstorming idea. A lot of the idea came from Neipa. He said, save up some money, buy a rifle, buy a 1911, whatever, and let's say I paid $500 for the gun. I would do a fundraiser. When it hit $1,000, we would raffle the item off. It gave me the money to pay for, or to pay off, because I was putting it on a credit card, to pay off said gun, and then cover shipping it to whoever won it, and being able to put a lump sum down on a credit card or whatever. It was a little get out of debt thing. I mean, I was completely forthright. I I am going to make money off of this, and you have the chance to win whatever it is. I mean, when you've paid $10 and you won a 1911 or won an AR-15, do you really give a shit that I bought it for $500 and made $500 and paid said item off? And then anytime that someone needed some help or someone in our community had a problem and they needed a little extra money, that was the same thing. And still to this moment in time, Neipa will know who exactly I was talking about, and it seemed like it was just too complex, or just too. It's like, listen, if you buy and send me a $500 gun, we will send you $1,000 so that you paid off your investment and made money. If you send me a $1,000 rifle, I will send you $2,000 when it's all over, so that you can pay off the rifle and pocket it $1,000. And somehow this is, I don't know. I guess we were supposed to do everything. But Poco, I mean, anytime someone's in need, I'm always open for that as a possibility. I mean, right now, I really don't have such a thing as the disposable money to go buy, like, say the one that, you know, of course, as it never fails, try to do something nice for somebody, but let's say that I bought another one of those Thesis 1911s. Badass stainless steel, good looking gun. I mean, I'm into that shipped out to, if I were to buy, it's still at the same price right now. I could buy it and ship it to the winner, and I'd be into it I'm all in at about $525. So if we did a fundraiser and we said, okay, when we hit $1,100, we'll do a drawing, and $10 for every opportunity to get in, and the half of the money will go to pay off said item and maybe then purchase another one, and then the other half goes on to whoever financially needs the help. We've always been open to that. As a matter of fact, me and Neipa constantly talk about we should just try to go back and do an old school, like, beginning style giveaway. And but the powers that be don't want to make it easy for you, especially with the who hosts the fundraising and that kind of shit. Let me swipe your credit card for you. Smile Money says your rants became repetitive and depressing for me. That is not fun. I enjoy the shooting, gun talk, and the harmless ball busting. It was also my concern that it would get your channel deleted again. As for the language, you hear it enough, next thing you know, it slips out of your mouth when you're talking to staff. HR gets a complaint. Just not good, not good at all. Matt Davis says, well, shit. Smile Money says to him, watching the girls in the background is fun. He was proud of a number of views he was getting, and YouTube was going easy on him with the girls and naked community guidelines. Imagine a world if anyone just farted loud and proud. No, I like, case in point today. I am just simply talking about something that just became a thing, and that is Illinois. Other than that, drink on, baby, drink on. All I'm saying is, on a few things, I don't have a problem with it. On a few other things, I am me, and I will never not be me. And it is YouTube. It's like a TV. Smile Money, I consider you a friend. I've known you a long time. I don't want to necessarily piss off my friends, but if it's not your bag of fun, I am not changing who I am for a couple of people. I guess if that's the case, then you simply don't stop over as often or whatever. I mean, I make no excuses or apologies for who I am. You know, and in all honesty, YouTube has left us. It's YouTube. I mean, where is it that it's all of a sudden it's, I mean, yeah, they own it. I guess they can just do whatever they want. Their whole goal, according to John Solar, is it to be nothing but a children's network. So just pick everything that you see on here that isn't made for children, and their goal is to have all of that gone. I mean, you can find the most civil, like my friend Willwood. He's put up a video today. He got some supplies for reloading a 410. He doesn't swear. He doesn't talk politics. But if I can practically have a naked chick and drop an F-bomb every 37 seconds, and my channel's going to be up a lot longer than his if he shows you how to reload a 410 shell. I mean, look at where we are. We're in Wokeville. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's on here or in the next place. Somehow, being yourself, being passionate about firearms is now taboo. Hector? There's Dilly Gaff. Yay. Laugh out loud. Dr. Fat Nuts. I did sub Dr. Fat Nuts, right? Oh yeah, I'm subbed. He says, good stuff, keep it up with the trackball mouse. Come on, man. I could still go order one of these. It's a Logitech. Battery's been bitching at me for about 4 days now. I really need to remember to bring it down a damn battery. Got a whole box of batteries, just no double A's down here. Thank you, Dr. Fat Nuts. Stephen, John Fitch must be the brother that was on the opposite end of the spectrum of being a human being. Oh, well, yeah. I saw an interview after Troy passed away, and he went on talking about how they're keeping the organization going. I'd like to really know what's getting done. Other than they took all of our money and ta-da. Good job, John. I mean, John, if you see this and want to give me a call and let me know what's going on. John Fitch, that is, not John Solar. My sexual preference is often. Stephen, you in fact can get in trouble for shooting a dead person. I did research to see when my dad dies, can I punch his corpse? Illegal, but it might be worth it. I guess we'll just, we'll not inquire, Steve. Uh-oh, Sharky, there's Freckles, but she's not a redhead that we know of. Stephen, I call Gummy Bear. I mean Delta 9. D9. D9 has already been called. It was a hit, and that thing is sunk. It was the submarine, by the way. EMT Railfriend, Echo 7, and... Bunch of Biden! Bunch of Biden! Bunch of Biden! E7 is a miss. see, and then he says basement pop. Sketchy. Boom is my guess. I don't know if we're all playing the same board here or not. EMT says on E7 or the basement pop. John Solar, hey, you look just like that gay dude. I don't look anything like Hector. Dinscourge, take a sip of Infinity Skull or some Philly. Oh God. I was going to say, I don't even know where the skull is, but I just located it. Hey, there's a reason that Dinscourge sounds like defer. I'm going to have to defer that. Well, it hasn't been a while since this baby was touched. And I think I've addressed all of the things that have been in the carry rotation. And I know this doesn't sound strange, but if you were to say it's going bye-bye, first of all, these are off the table. Ed's guns are untouchable, okay? Just untouchable. I personally love this guy. It's just freaking awesome. And the HK is... I think everybody should have an HK. And believe it or not, the Taurus, and then my jammy gun. So... it's kind of like all the things that have been on duty. Looks something like that. Yeah. I can't even believe I'm even about to say this, but I don't have a single Glock in the save pile. If I had to, and like I said, these two are not part of the consideration of hell, I like the way the dagger feels in my hand more than the Glock. I really do, because I got the Talon, the Pro grips on the G23 Gen 4. I had actually been doing a little bit of carry time on this guy because of that. But no, I gotta say, my jammy gun, the Hellcat, is freaking awesome. The Taurus and the HK. I just love the way this looks and it feels in the hand. Until it goes back out to the proving grounds to make sure everything is all skippy. I just wish I had a holster for it. I mean, if I really desire to carry it, I do have options, but... See, I don't want a holster where it has to be forced. It's... a little less cramming it in the SAR holster. Huh. I don't know, I just kind of see this guy as like almost a leather holster kind of gun. I don't know. But this is just my top duty collection as it stands right now. On duty in the house, because I don't have a holster and it needs to be proven. The HK is just fucking gold. Sorry. And the Taurus and the Hellcat are just wicked, wicked little guns. Cobra says F8. Frederick 8. F8 is a miss. Matt Davis says beers and whiskey. Yep. Oh yeah, that's right, I was doing something. Mr. 27 says intro babe is nice. Salty Shellback says taking my nakedness on the road. Yes, he did. And Sharky says naked road trip. Okay. Didn't scourge. We use the sticky sock. If you have no idea what this is, that makes two of us. The Crystal Skull was now the best of the flasks got drank. The next level, whatever was left over, ended up in there. Now, the worst of the worst ended up in a bottle, and I gave it to a bum on the corner, and he thought he was in heaven. I'm almost done with the review and I'll call you. Okay. So, it's not the worst. God, I gotta watch this. I have a shot glass with the sand that fell out from Justin's stock when I took it apart one time. She says, tell everyone to hug their fur babies extra tonight, because I said so. I told you yesterday she lost, well, I'll tell you again, she lost Sokka. She lost one damn special this was Sokka. It's kind of one of those situations where she got him because nobody else wanted him. He had been abused, and he just turned into one of the well, for her, the greatest possible scenarios that you could ask for. And she's devastated. Okay, well, basically a crystal skull filled with the middle-of-the-road whiskeys, bourbons, and I don't know if there's any scotches in here. Smells like Maker's Mark. Cheers. It's got a little bite to it, but yeah, it really kind of tastes like Maker's Mark. I mean, it has been scourged. It has been a minute since I have opened that and had a shot out of it. Not bad, not bad. Mr. 27, is there a video of the wood AR? Not yet. Then he says, outro babe is nice. I mean, other than it sat there, Matt had it. Most of it was the second video where he actually touches it. I just put it there. Sharky, I just put it there to not even acknowledge that it existed, which I thought I did very well. TN Disc Sports. Oh yeah, I drink them all. Though I made sure to pack the box in the... Wait, no, I was drinking while I was packing this. William, I did not know which of your channels that you were going to use over here. I will try my best, like I did the other day, to put a link to his Disc Sports channel. He's been a friend a long time. He's a smart ass, and that's what I like about him. And he's the one that sent the Dark Matter, which might be up for review tomorrow. I don't know. Thanks to him and Neipa, I actually have things to review again, without having to just dive into the Miles collection. So, William, definitely thanks for the Dark Matter. Sharky, cheers all. Just an AR-10 on deck and a package. Sharky, damn, I hope the at least some of that 37-second fart got recorded. That would be epic. Oh, you know, if it happens again tonight, I might bring my phone with me, but you would not have even believed it. It sounded like a fart machine sound effects gone wickedly awry. It was, you know, when it just kind of like, it's fucking 3:30 in the morning. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fucking swear. It's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm like, now I'm starting to laugh, and that just is like, this is like, I have never farted this much in my entire life as I have in like the last 4 days. Evidently, every time you fart, it's like 1/4 of a pound too, because I'm shitting myself. I'm shitting myself down in weight. Good God. Sharky, Golf 2. You want a G2? I mean, you may as well step up your game and get a nicer one. G2 is a miss. God, I was starting to wonder if anybody remembered that anything was going down in that part of the ocean. G2 is a miss. Sharky, I hate to say this though, as of the last few ships, anything that could have been missed around it was. It was like, what are the odds of that? If I was actually standing on the ship, the first shot would have hit, and then every progressive shot would have taken it out. Instead, this is like kaploosh, kaploosh, kaploosh. Mama! Sharky 4610, Christmas is over, but that Tushy gives her a pass in my book. Let's take a little look at that ass. Sharky, there's a reason that I will not be pulling that out of the rotation. Because I bet you that thing tastes just like peach cobbler. Rolled in dog shit. Just kidding on the last part. Sharky, SHO. Miss Black as the outro, babe. Nice. And the last three are brought to you by Gunwild 1. All of that gas is just your guts letting you know that you had enough of that hot sauce over the years. They can't take it anymore. Take any more abuse. I started to actually wonder if there was like some kind of a medical issue. Sure, Gunwild 2833 was a showstopper. Oh. This, if you're driving along and you see this, this is why accidents happen, and I got that same look. Oh, yeah. I mean, gotta love all that hair. I love all those curves. Look at those eyes. Where would you like me to write the check to? Last in, Gunwild saying G2. Seems like it's familiar. G2 is a miss, Gunwild. Okay, this is where we discuss side boob and all the positive effects. Oh, that's funny. The Let's Go Brandon opener fell over again. Okay. Gunwild and Mr. 27 in the house. Where am I going to put Zeus IPA from the Zeus Brewing Company? I don't really get all a jizzy over IPAs. I find this one, it has the flavors that I believe will make the IPA, New England IPA guy, happy. On the other hand, I don't think they're overwhelming. Maybe, I remember the day, I was just smooching that ass. I remember the days where I would say it was like a starter IPA. If you were IPA curious, start here. Be a good lawnmower IPA. I'd give it a 7.5. Gotta wrap this up fast before that starts to get sticky. Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow. Did I mention that? I don't know. I might put it off for another week. First in is Gunwild saying it must be beer 30. Cheers, bitches. Miss 27 sub-comment, it's brew bomy time. Then Mr. 27 said, second on the brew club bitches. And that's it. Doesn't surprise me, because even John Solar, you'll never hear me say this, so I got free reign right now, a couple of low ones, make sure you put your shoulder into it. John's like, well, the channel's gone. John, for like 6 months plus, I said, if I'm not here, this is where I'll be. I might try to double these up to Rumble. They've changed their format, and I also bumped up my They bumped it up. I didn't have to pay anything for it, but my upload and my download got yippitied. But I kind of gave up on Rumble because they're freaking useless. I mean, Rumble sucks. Rumble, That's just it. I'm standing here on YouTube saying, YouTube, you suck. You're woke. You are in the minority. If you look at the map in Illinois, if you think the overall majority of people are going, yeah, let's just give up our rights to guns, because that's the same thing that the Jews did when the Germans rolled into town. How'd that turn out? On that note, hope you're at Locked and Loaded. I'm sure it's going to be interesting.